Hi guys, welcome back to Henderson Library's Home Edition for the Teen Drawing series. This is now the fourth and last addition to the series. So today what we're going to be doing is finalizing this drawing. We're going to add in the last bit of details that we need, as well as then get into inking the picture and coloring. Now that we have that, what we can start doing is we can take our inking pens and start working on this. So, out of our inking pens, I'd say try and go for like a medium to fine. So I do the 01, which is about this thick. And we're going to just start going around the outlines of things. And what you can also do is in between things, you can switch up the inking pen. So let's say I want to make these stand up more. I can take a thicker one, maybe not the 8. The 8 may be too thick, so I'm going to take the 05. I'm going to switch to this and do the boots and this. And there we go, we finished inking the boots. I may actually want to switch to the 08 and use it actually for the dress to really make it pop. So I'm going to go over this. Even though we added these lines, we can actually go over them and you can tell that difference between this and this one. This one's really thick. As you can see, the nib is really huge. So we're going to use this and go like that. Again, you can move your picture around as you ink. Oops, all of this. Oops. Yeah, you can see, if you're not careful, you can make a boo-boo. Mistakes happen. That's okay. I'm just going to thicken this part up. And if I thicken that up, I'm going to do it to all of them. I'm going to switch over to... Which one? Where is it? That's the brush. Where is my graphics one? I'm switching to this one because this is a thicker nib. So, and it's thicker than the 08. So I can really get in there. So we're going to add those lines. To this part. of the tutu. And we're going to add them in a way so they pop out. And we're still going to use this to finish up, but I'm going to try and finish up this part. And this is all we do. Oop. I just made a pen take off. And just carefully add that one in. Now we'll switch back to the 8, the 08, and we will finish this skirt / dress. You know, take this, go around here. There we go. I may add some kind of details on the sleeves to make them pop, but that's what we have so far. Now, for the details on the dress, we'll switch down maybe to a 3. And why each of the details are different sizes is because each of them are on different angles, so you kind of want to put a variation to how they look. Like I'm lengthening this side because this one's longer, this one's wider, this one is also longer but a bit narrow, same with this one up top. So it's just adding that variation to differentiate how each looks. Now, since we didn't finish all of this, we're going to switch back to the one, which is right here. Before we erase. So there we go. And now we can take this and just start erasing things. So then you can see where it was at and where it is now. And just watch, be careful, see if you missed any spots that you didn't ink. Here we go. Oops. Oh, there goes a pen. Maybe. Sorry, Dana. There we go. Now that we have that done, I think we can start adding, I just want to add one more tiny detail. And I'm going to take, if I can find it, this one. So this is the 005. This is the finest point, as you can see. It is very teeny tiny. It's like a needle. I'm going to use it on the shoulder pads. There we go. Now if you want to line, add any more lines anywhere else. Maybe I'll add more here. Cool. We are going to figure out what color do we want. Do we want a light green alien with the stereotypical? And we just sit here and test it out. How does that look? How does it look on this paper? Because one rule when it comes to art and it comes to coloring and using alcohol-based markers, which is what Ohu is, since it's a knockoff of Copic. Copic is alcohol-based marker. They do bleed through, so you will see it here. But they react differently on different kinds of papers. So with these two papers, they look pretty close to the same. There are some where the paper kind of turns it a different color, like just a shade or two lighter, shade or two darker. So it just depends. But what we're doing is we're going, it's like, okay, let's make a green alien. Let's try and get it as light green as possible. You just start pulling out greens, testing them out. Usually what you want to do after you pull out a green is you want to take a pen. Let's do, oh wait, it's too big. No. You know what, I'll grab the graphic one. And you want to write down the color number, because different markers have different color numbers and color names. And so, let's see. This is GY5. Okay. Take it, color it down. That's too dark, in my opinion. That is too dark. We want to go for something lighter. So maybe GY3, which is Bud Green. Maybe that's a good, possibly. I want to go a little lighter. And you just kind of do this. You sit, you swatch. So we got that one. Here's GY1, which is pale green. Now let's see, what is this? And these are double-ended like Copic ones, Ohu ones. Have the brush marker on one end and a chisel nib on the other. I prefer the brush. It goes smoother. Okay, so we got that. So the GY, so that's the lightest green we have. So you just want to go through, what would this be like? What would this be like? Because sometimes these caps are a little deceptive, shall we say. This one says it's a yellow green. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But this is what you do. Pick out your colors and test them. Here's G2. Write it down and test it. Oh, that is dark. No, that is too dark. That can go right back in. These are also too dark. They can go right back in. So far, that is our lightest. Now, here's G8. It looks like it's a light green. It's called glass green. So, we shall see. G8. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. Another thing to know with alcohol-based markers is you can lay them on top. They usually lay out so they're smooth. But then you can also put another layer on top, almost like shading. So, here. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if the camera will show it. But it does it like shading, and you just apply it in increments. Here's GY4. Let's see. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Yellow, green. That fits. I don't know. I honestly am liking the glass green, so I may go with that instead. So we'll put those away. Usually what I want to do is I want to mark down what I have as the skin tone chosen. So for this it is G8. And, whoops, I got that on my hand. Either way, I pulled over some colors on the side that would correspond pretty decently. And what I ended up doing is I swatched it on here. I usually put it in a little pattern just to see how they correspond. This one did not correspond well, so it got taken out. This one is really faint. It's a light cool gray. So it is this one that looks almost white. It is cool gray too. So once we have those marked, I mean, we could even switch up what we want the skin tone to be. I like to take my paper, slide it underneath to protect any other sheets, because these markers will bleed. Put that to the side and start choosing. Where do I want things to go? Now, I kind of feel like I want the main part of the dress. Maybe we should make the skin tone gray. We can make it a gray alien. Or do we want to go with green? Oh, decisions. Let's see. Swatch it here. So that's the gray. And this is the green. Oh, I kind of want to go with gray because I want their outfit to stand out. So what you do is you take it and you very lightly but quickly lay it over, because you want it to lay over very nicely and evenly. So I'm going to take it. Be careful though, because if the ink hasn't dried fast enough, sometimes it can smudge, which is why you have to be really careful. So I'm trying to be as careful as possible, also making sure this lays evenly to get this color down. So we're going to make this a little gray alien. So, got the face done. Let's what we want to do. I'm going to take blue next, and I'm going to, oh, yay, that one actually sticks. Some of these markers do not stick on the other end, so you can lose them easily. But I'm going to take that, and I'm going to go. because they can layer and they can layer evenly. So now we want to figure out what we want to correspond. I'm going to take this. I'm going to hop on with this color. I'm going to take it here. And I'm realizing this color scheme is very springtime. Which is, that's okay. Maybe it's a springtime alien. Or it's an alien who's been from a winterish planet and wants to be where it's spring instead. Uh-oh, I made a big goofball back there. Whoopsie. We forgot to add a color for the petals back there. Switch to the blue again. Add this, back here. And right here. Let it dry. And then we're going to add another layer because this is all in the back. So maybe we extend this shadow and push it further to the back. And add another layer. There we go. Hop back to that green. And let us finish this finally. Add a bit more here. Oops. Looks like a little bit of ink leaked. Like it pulled some ink off of here. And, you know, that happens. It bleeds a little. You have to be careful. I guess we'll add green here to correspond. Let's do that. Add that in there. There we go. And this is when you can just stare at it like, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Cap that. Maybe we'll hop in with some yellow. We'll add in, whoops, that bled a little. On some pages or papers, alcohol markers can bleed across lines if you're not careful. I obviously was not careful. And it can bleed through. Like that, for example. This is why we lay this down. So, we can protect the sheets that are behind it. So I'm going to lay that like that. Oh, let's color these in down here. And correspond. There we go. How else do I want to do this? Maybe I'll add this as whole thing here. There we go. Purple or pink, purple or pink. Let's see. This is purple and how it layers. And this is pink. Oof, those are bright. At least the pink is bright. You know what? We need something to clash. Because these are all within the same, I guess, value, color scheme, whatnot. Let's add this for here. I want to actually make these sleeves pink. So, I'm going to take that, same with this. right here. Maybe use this for little things on the skin. There we go. Maybe take this, add it in right here. Correspond it with the shoes. And I think that may be it. What you can do, what some do, is they'll take like another color, corresponding color, whatever it may be. Like we could say the purple, and they'll add like shapes behind it. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's take a pencil. This is a 2B one. This is the fastest one I could pull out. And you know what? Hold on, I gotta sneeze. We are going to just take this and just lightly trace a circle behind her. You know? And it doesn't matter if it's not the nicest. That's A-okay. I'm gonna take this, erase some of those mistakes we made, trying to get just a rough circle around. And then we're gonna take this and lighten it. And then take our color. I'm gonna take the chisel. I'm gonna go just out inside of it. And I'm gonna use this to go around. There we go. With this. There we go. Ooh, I had an idea to add like planet rings around this. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sketch them out. Come out like yay big. So this is what you can do. I sometimes, when I'm going to do a quick sketch, hold my pencil like this and just very quickly, lightly put them through. Then I'm going to wing it. We're going to take the graphic pen and we're going to go around this circle we drew. It may be better to actually take the brush pen in here, which I have right there, and use this to thicken up that line. Oh yeah, look at that. To make this planet pop. And again, take your picture and move it around as much much as you need to get down what you need for the picture. Almost there. Almost done. And it doesn't have to be perfectly even. Mine is semi-crooked, but you know what? It is close enough. There we go. Let's turn this. And get that. And then we can actually, I am going to wing it. Oop, oop, oop. Don't do that, kids. There we go. So then it starts looking like a little galaxy. And then we can take our eraser and get rid of any of the spare marks that we may have. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to add in some yellow stars and just, you know, put them in wherever. Maybe I'll give this an orange. Ooh, yeah. Purple and orange look. And you just take it and you have fun with it, you know? Some things you don't have to color in all the way. I don't want to color in the rings all the way. I just want to have fun with this. What I may actually do is make some of the rings yellow. Ooh, this is when you can get fun, because the other thing is alcohol-based markers can blend in together. So take this. Oop, I gotta be careful. I didn't let that ink dry completely, so it kind of smooched a little. Or I should say smudged. So then, things will blend in at least a little bit easier now. Oops. And there we go. Add in a few more stars. Maybe some over here to balance it out. And there we go. So that is the final picture. I hope you guys enjoyed this series of getting from point A, first part where we start sketching, to coming up with our character, what we wanted, to figuring out what we want our final drawing to look like, figuring out the poses, to now inking and coloring. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and I hope to see you next time with whatever programming we decide to come up with.